The sun had barely peeked over the horizon when Paco, the intrepid Scarlet Macaw, set off on his latest adventure. His destination, the mysterious Nazca Lines in southern Peru. Paco had overheard tales of these enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert floor, visible only from high above, and his curiosity was piqued. As Paco soared over the Andes Mountains, the lush greenery gradually gave way to the arid landscape of the Nazca Desert. The terrain below transformed into a vast, sun-baked canvas of ochre and brown. Paco marveled at the stark beauty of the desert, so different from his lush Amazonian home. Hours into his journey, Paco's keen eyes spotted something unusual on the ground below. Massive lines and shapes began to emerge from the monotonous desert floor. Excitement surged through his feathers as he realized he had found the legendary Nazca Lines. Descending for a closer look, Paco was astonished by the scale and precision of the geoglyphs. He flew over an enormous spider, its legs stretching out across the desert. Next, he encountered a perfectly rendered hummingbird, its beak pointing towards the distant mountains. Each figure was created with a single, unbroken line etched into the desert floor. As Paco continued his aerial exploration, he discovered more incredible designs. A monkey with a spiraling tail, a condor with outstretched wings, and intricate geometric shapes that seemed to point to the stars. The sheer size of these figures was mind-boggling, some stretching over 30 meters in length. While circling a particularly intricate design, Paco noticed a group of archaeologists working on the ground. They were carefully studying and mapping the lines, their equipment scattered around them. Paco realized that even after centuries, these ancient geoglyphs still held mysteries that humans were trying to unravel. As the day wore on, the heat of the desert intensified. Paco felt the warm air currents lifting him higher, providing a perfect vantage point to appreciate the full scale of the Nazca Lines. From this altitude, he could see how the individual figures connected, forming a vast tapestry of ancient art across the desert floor. Paco's mind whirled with questions. Who had created these enormous designs? How had they achieved such precision without being able to see their work from above? What purpose did these enigmatic lines serve? As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the desert, Paco made one last circuit of the area. In the fading light, he spotted a design he hadn't noticed before, a parrot-like figure with outstretched wings. Paco couldn't help but feel a connection to this ancient representation of a bird, created by hands long ago, but still visible today. Exhausted but exhilarated by his discovery, Paco found a secluded cliff to rest for the night. As darkness fell, the stars emerged in the clear desert sky, shining with an intensity Paco had never seen before. He wondered if these same stars had guided the ancient Nazca people in creating their mysterious lines. In the quiet of the desert night, Paco reflected on his adventure. He had come seeking a visual spectacle, but had found so much more. The Nazca Lines were not just impressive designs, they were a testament to human creativity, engineering, and perhaps a deep connection to the natural world that Paco himself felt so strongly. As he drifted off to sleep, Paco's dreams were filled with images of the Nazca figures coming to life, dancing across the starlit desert. He knew that the memory of this day would stay with him forever, a reminder of the enduring mysteries and wonders of the world. With the first light of dawn, Paco awoke, ready to begin his journey home. As he took flight, he cast one last look at the Nazca Desert below, the lines now barely visible in the early morning light. He carried with him not just the visual memory of the spectacular geoglyphs, but a deep appreciation for the ingenuity and artistry of the ancient peoples who had created them. Soaring high above the Peruvian landscape, Paco's heart was full of the wonder and mystery of the Nazca Lines, and he couldn't wait to share his incredible discovery with his friends back in the Amazon.